oh, these guys look fucking gender fluid. Oh, this is like, nigga, you can change your
you seen that? You seen how people are trying to be like, oh,
Yes.
Do these people not know that Mass Effect came out long
I
before
don't
Destiny?
know. Like, I don't know who these people are. It's like ever since 3, it's now cool to hate the game. Like, it's
not
cool to
not
hate
only
Mass
that.
Effect now.
You have
Like,
have
I
you
don't get
peeped, TBH? There are people who are like, oh, I hate the way the writer brother and sister look, and it's like, boy, have you even played a Mass Effect?
You'll be able to. I'm pretty sure you'll be able to customize their faces. My thing is, you can't get too mad at those people because I feel like they don't play games anyway. Like,
I
Destiny,
can't even enjoy the comment section. I don't even want to look in the comment section.
A lot of people
now
who played Destiny, that was their real MMO, and Destiny is their first MMO, and Destiny's a fake MMO. So it's like, like, just let them talk their shit. Like, what are you getting mad about? Like, at the end of the day, we all know Andromeda more than likely is going to be in the conversation for Game of the Year.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
Unless
they massively mess up, but I to be honest with you, they would have to do something ridiculous because just what I seen off that combat gameplay trailer,
it's looking like a contender.
Yeah. I was like, this looks great. Just from
really fucking
the skill trees and everything. I was like, yo, and boy, those graphics.
And it was running on PC. It was running at 60 frames.
I can also argue, I almost understand these people. Maybe they're not even trolling why they're ignorant about it. Because if you think about it, before Mass Effect 3 was the first game that EA actually pushed. The first 2 games were kind of like, they were niche. They were kind of, they sold well. But the thing is, like, I would argue Mass Effect sold on a more organic level. It was word of mouth. That's actually how I put on a lot of my friends. Like, a lot of my friends would come over and they'll see that on my shelf and they'll be like, what's this? I'll be like, yo, this is Mass Effect. I let so many of my friends borrow the game, and then they went out and bought it themselves after playing it for like a couple of days when I called them back for it. So it's like, I don't really feel like Mass Effect ever really got that big media push. And maybe that's why Abel was so ignorant to it. But then I made the argument to him. I was like, I can pull up the sales. Mass Effect is sold over, I think it was like 15 million copies. You can't say that it's irrelevant. Maybe because you don't see it on TV a lot. That's why. I was like, what community was so mad about the fucking ending that they made the developers change the ending? I was like, the community is strong, fam. It's like you're ignorant to the community.
You're very powerful.
It's like just because I don't play Dragon Age doesn't mean that nobody plays Dragon Age. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't go around.
And it goes back to these TV gamers. I said, if the shit ain't on TV, they think it's trash. I ain't seen no commercial for that. I ain't seen no YouTube commercial for that. That shit is whack.
I'm surprised
Madden 29 is coming, nigga.
I'm surprised my man's hasn't said nothing about The Witcher, because I feel like The Witcher didn't get no TV clout. I feel like The Witcher got clout across the board, like if you were a gamer, but like if you're one of them dudes who just like, oh, I watch TV for my games.
If you're a casual, you don't know what
you don't know about that shit.
Why. The problem is that, and the people who don't really know about the Mass Effect, they think it's a Gears of War clone. Like, that's what a lot of them think it is. Like, because a lot of them say they did it because here's the problem. Mass Effect 1 was 100% a niche game, but then 2, it's good because like I'm working on my video for it. 2 was different because you already know. 2 was when they did a polar opposite and they were like, all right, let's get a bigger audience. A lot of
stuff, let's
make it more of a shooter than an RPG. So then they started making it like more like Gears, and that's when you already know the rolling and all that other stuff. And then it was like, this feels a lot like Gears of War. And so then that opened the whole like Xbox fans like, this is a sci-fi Gears of War game. So then they pick it up with that expectation.
Like I said, when I think about it, I think it's a very organic game that grew by old school word of mouth. I feel like Andromeda might be the breakout title if they really push it and to go into the mainstream.
And I think, but the thing is, like, it's very weird. It's like Andromeda right now is in. I don't want to say this like this because it might come off bad. It's like in the Gears of War Judgment right now. Like, it could become Gears of War Judgment.
It could be great, but it could be fantastic. But it could also be like terrible. That's why I think I'm not even gonna front. When we go out to San Fran, I'm really gonna give some detailed feedback, bro. Like, cause I ain't playing. This is one of my favorite video game franchises of all time.
We just gotta keep each of us level. Like, I feel like I honestly know all 3 of us will probably be all excited as shit because this is like our favorite game.
Well, I mean, whatever feedback you provide, it's only gonna be able to change so much because, like, remember, like the game comes out like
obviously it's coming out. Yeah, exactly.
Like at this point, it's not.
I'm just saying.
don't think this is going like us going is not going to help them improve the game. The game's going to come out.
No, not at all.
But you can provide.
But you can improve the future.
Right,
exactly.
For the future. Exactly. You can manipulate the future of the series, like tell like
because I've been saying since I played Mass Effect 1, I was like, there's certain games that you play that you're just like, this universe is so rich that we can have plenty of games from this. And Mass Effect is one of those universes. So is The Witcher. So is The Last of Us. I feel like there are certain games that just have that rich universe. And I feel like the feedback that we provide should be something that they go into the future and be like, all right, well, those guys, they didn't just come here to play the damn game. They played some shit that was real. Like, and that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna be brutally honest because I love the fuck out that damn game. And if they fuck my shit up, that's my baby. Bro. I'm
gonna say, yeah, I think they fucked up. Like, if I don't like it and I'm like, yo, there's some shit I don't like. Like, the biggest thing off the rip that I think would immediately anger me to the point where I'm like, I'm not gonna like this is, imagine we go, right, and we start single player, and then we find out we cannot customize Ryder, and we have to look that way. Off the rip, I'm immediately gonna be like,
I will flame them. That's not real. That's already confirmed. That's not real.
Yeah, but I'm saying that's an example.
Actually, when you think about it, that goes back to what I said about the advertisement, because I didn't know you could customize your Shepard. I just remember watching the game. Yeah, I remember watching the GameSpot review. I thought you just played as the white dude.
That was the biggest selling point. Because the funny thing is, like with Mass Effect, is fans of Mass Effect aren't actively like yelling Mass Effect until they meet another Mass Effect fan. It's like that's how Anon and me met. It was literally, what's some of your favorite games? I like Mass Effect, and I was like, what? And it's like, yeah, Nick. And then we spent an hour talking about it because that's how Mass Effect fans interact.
That's on video. That's on wax.
Yeah, bro. We aren't publicly like screaming like, The Last of Us, like we're not like that. Like we're just
because you just assume most people don't know about it. Like
they don't know about Mass Effect.
I call it a gamer's game. It's like Witcher 3. It's a gamer.
It's a low key goat game that you just you when somebody else knows it,
you know about it, bro. It's literally
it's an inside joke.
It's the entrance to Hogwarts. I always call it like that. It's the entrance to Hogwarts. If you know about it, you know about it. If you don't know about it, it's great.
It's like the black code when like there's another black person and they just nod their head.
Y'all nod.
Exactly.
It means everything and nothing at the same time. But you understand
exactly what that means. And you are synchronized at that moment. Like that's the exact same thing.
I feel it.
So
that was a perfect example. It's like it's the black synchronization. It's like, yo, you a brother, I'm a brother. We go through the struggle together, my guy. Like
acknowledgement of our existence. Yeah, that's what I chop it up as. So
exactly.
That's what I see Mass Effect is. Like that's when I like what you said, TBH. We talked about this a long time ago, but it was like that moment where I ask, hey, what type of games do you play? And I hear out of your mouth Call of Duty, something like that. I immediately dumb down my processing of like what comments.
I just get quiet. Like I don't want to talk to you.
I'm just like, okay, you're not probably that deep. But if you come at me and the first things I hear out of your mouth is something like The Witcher, what is it, like Mass Effect, some niche shit, like some niche games that I know a lot of people don't play, then I'm immediately giving like, okay, you might be interesting. Like you're somebody I might want to keep talking to because that's something cool. Like I don't find people who do that shit. Like
my argument to summarize it for you, Anon, in the podcast, because he was arguing it's not going to move consoles if it's an exclusive. Because at that time when they first announced it, we didn't know if it was an exclusive. If you remember, the original Mass Effect was an Xbox exclusive.
Yeah,
and I think it was originally announced on the Microsoft.
It was the Xbox
stage.
news. It was the
EA.
They mixed up EA access because Microsoft gets early access. That news came out that you get early access to it, and then they thought, oh, it might be a Microsoft exclusive. It was like a mistake. But
so my argument was like, yeah, it doesn't move hundreds of millions of copies like fucking Call of Duty. But I was like, if it moved 15 million copies and it has the fan base that made the BioWare change the ending and they make it exclusive to one console, you don't think that fan base is going to go out and buy that console? I was like, you don't understand. I was like, you're underestimating the fandom.
I'm buying that console.
Yeah, right. And I said if it was, I didn't have an Xbox.
I'm buying Xbox.
I was like, I would buy an Xbox One if it was exclusive for that. I was like, you don't understand the fandom of Mass Effect.
They are that dedicated that they will. Like, I don't care. They people just don't understand how dedicated.
I mean, based off what we've seen in the trailer, like, I just feel like people are trolling.
It looks good.
No,
I don't see anything that's a red flag.
Yeah,
I don't see anything that's a red flag.
Yeah, I don't see anything.
I don't see anything that pisses me off. Not one thing.
The only comment that I read that I was like, I can kind of see what you mean by that was like, somebody was like, oh, the story kind of seems possibly like cliche, kind of reminiscent of like Mass Effect 2 with like a, the main villain looking like a collector and like blah 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 XYZ.
We don't know anything about the story.
No, we don't. No, we don't. I don't remember the exact comment, but I remember reading and being like, oh, I can kind of see how that's like a
they got
fair criticism. But it was like a really minor thing. Like, I go and I watch the videos and they're talking about, oh yeah, you're gonna go and explore planets and blah 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 and XYZ, and I'm just like, yo.
If anything, I looked at that gameplay video and I was like, Jesus Christ, I hope nothing comes out after Mass Effect. Because I looked at it, I was like, I gotta play this shit at least 3 times. I want to play. I want to play with a sniper. I want to play with a shotgun. Like, I want to play multiple different styles.
And then it was so cool. Like, the first part. Like,
I'm gonna be the biotic for sure. I was like, yo. After I saw that trailer, I was like, you telling me I could hover and then do a biotic charge, bro? Nah, I'm good. That's like it right there. Off the trailer that I was like, at first I was like, okay, this is looking like a Mass Effect game. Okay, cool. But the thing that blew me was like, oh yeah, we have 3 different weapon types. This one lets you do overheating, and I was like, oh. I was like, yes, that's what
they gave us the best of both worlds, basically.
Yeah, they're like, here's like, if you want that Mass Effect 1, pick up the Revenant weapons. Those are the cool, and I guarantee you, like, I saw mods in the customization, so you're gonna be able to mod these bitches, and if I can do like reduce the cooldown like an ME1, that's it.
Yep,
that's a win.
Once I saw that too, I was like, oh, GG, because we was just talking about that the other day, how like when the ammo came in, it was like meh, and then we loved the overheat system. So now it's like, yo, catch me with the overheat system and the biotics on deck, boy. ME1.
You can customize.
Talk about how great. Yo, I don't think nobody has said this, but the armor looks fire.
No, here, Anon, I'm gonna tell you this. We gotta do this video thing right now. But I don't know if you noticed it, but I noticed it on a lot of the clips. It's just like fucking Witcher. They have it where the more, like, or Battlefield 1, the more you get into the environment, the suit gets muddied and shit. And
it's not just, I don't think it's just the armor that looks nice. I don't know if you pay attention. I feel like they're using more colors in this game, which I think will attract.
Yes,
it's got a larger color palette. I think that'll attract.
Definitely,
it looks so much more colorful.
But I think that's so dope because
you got like, grime and dirt. They're trying to show, and they're trying to show a more foreign palette. It's like even in these beautiful, lush, like jungle or tropical environments and shit, like shit ain't sweet. Like you end up, oh man, it's gonna be dope. And I think the combat is gonna be challenging because there's so many ways that you can attack combat now. That's the funny thing is like it's all like Insane was fucking insanity. Like I played Insanity an entire playthrough, and that shit made me rip my fucking hair out.
Wait, what did you play Insanity on? What level was your character? Because I beat Insanity with level 60. It was challenging, but it wasn't that damn hard.
No, I'm telling you, when you had to play the collectors, when you had to jump in the collector's base, and them niggas had the Psychons, had all that other shit, and they were popping.
Maybe because I played Infiltrator. I played Sniper. That's why.
Infiltrator is the only one.
You talking about story? Or you talking about multiplayer?
Multiplayer was hard as shit.
Yeah, I was like, what are you talking about? Multiplayer is super hard. What are you talking
about? But no, Infiltrator. A lot of people recommend you have to play Infiltrator because you need the tactical cloak in order to. In case
you had to take your time to really pick people apart.
A Vanguard is a death sentence. It is almost impossible.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh yeah, because a Vanguard is a pull up.
And you can't pull up in it.
Vanguard is for your first playthrough when you just want to body everybody. Like you want to go God mode.
Exactly.
That's what I'm gonna do, bro. Andromeda, I swear to God, I'm gonna be in super pull up mode with the biotics, boy. I'm be using the Force, dog. I swear to God, I'm gonna pull out.
I ain't been this excited since like I remember when Mass Effect 2. When Mass Effect 2 revealed that the Vanguard could do the what is it, the biotic charge at people, I was like, that was amazing.
Biotic charge. I fucking as soon as I saw the E3 demo where you go get Thane, I was like, this is about to be the greatest game of all time.
He kicked that dude off the thing. I was like,
and the thing that made me mad too was when I was going through the comments, like I went and I watched all the old shit. Like I watched the demo for the original Mass Effect and the demo, like the stage demo for Mass Effect 2. And I was like, you niggas are crazy. Like, because the original demo for Mass Effect looks
different.
Like shit right now. Yeah. If you go back and look at it, you'd be like, damn, I'm glad we got Mass Effect 1. Because that shit does not look good at all.
Yeah. This jetpack
graphically
is incredible too. I like this.
The jetpack is awesome.
I gotta say, I love the dash instead of the roll, because I felt like the roll would like fuck up your camera and shit. But
and
like this is like,
and I don't know if you peep, but when you do biotics, you sometimes you teleport too, bruh.
Yeah, you can teleport, you can move. I love how like you can get it has verticality. That's the thing that Mass Effect's missed. It has never had verticality because you were always on a plane, like a one plane.
Exactly.
This lets you jump, get to higher positions. You can get the drop on people behind covers by jumping above them. The Vanguard is gonna thrive in this fucking game. Like that's fucking awesome.